Welcome to lesson 2. Now that you're familiar with the playing position, we're going to look at different ways that we can pluck the string using the right hand to produce a sound. First, we're going to look at playing rest strokes, which is probably the most common way of plucking the strings. The first thing that you're going to need to do is to get into your comfortable playing position. So that means popping the guitar on your left leg, checking that it's level with your head, elbow on your shelf on the corner of the guitar, thumb on the top string over the sound hole with your fingers pointing down to the ground, and then with your left hand, thumbs up behind the back, fingers in front. On your right hand, make sure that your thumb stays nicely in front of your fingers and that your fingers are pointing down towards the ground, not forward like that. So straight down towards the ground. We're going to keep our thumb on the top string and we're going to use our index finger to pluck the high E string. So your first string right down at the bottom. Okay? To do this, we need to keep our fingers straight and we're just going to bend it from that top joint there like that. And basically slide it through the string. It's called a rest stroke because we actually finish when your finger comes to rest against the string behind it. For now, just try it with your index finger. Okay, so try not to bend any other part of your finger just from that joint. And just let it slide. Don't try and pull the string. Just let your finger slide through it until you feel the next string and it stops your finger. That means you've done a rest stroke correctly. Alright, once you can do that, swap to your middle finger and do exactly the same thing. Relax your hand. Keep your fingers straight. Just bending that joint. And just let it slide through the string. Once you're comfortable using your index finger on its own and your middle finger on its own, try alternating your fingers. And alternating your index and middle fingers is the basic technique for playing rest strokes. The final technique we're going to look at is using free strokes. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did with rest strokes, alternating our index and middle fingers on the E string. But this time we're going to bend that bottom joint, flicking your finger up to avoid touching the string. So we're going to touch the string first and then flick up. Once you can do it with one finger, try it with the other. And then try alternating. It's got a slightly different sound to the rest stroke, it's slightly weaker sound. So what I'd like you to do is practice both rest strokes and free strokes. Try changing between the 3 strings at the bottom of the guitar, your E string, your B string and your G, and maybe play groups of 4 on each string. So for instance, let's try rest strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, change to the B string, 2, 3, 4, change to the G string, change to the B string, back to the E string. Same sort of exercise playing free strokes. So once you're comfortable playing rest strokes and free strokes, move on to lesson 3.